So what comes after Hadrian's Wall? Does it have a legacy?
It has, and it's Legacy of You. This is the review for the board game Legacy of You, the good and bad about it.
By the end of this video, you will know if this game is for you. Or you. Or you.
Or you.
You.
We have 6 burning questions that we will answer, but before we do that, what is this game all about, Giannis?
You are you, and you are trying to build canals before either the flood comes or the barbarians come.
You win this game if you build a canal. All of these cards in a row here, it's 6 cards, before the tide comes. And if you do successfully do that, finish the last round as well.
Why wouldn't you?
Because you can also lose before that. How can you lose, Giannis?
Like you said, if the wave comes, you lose. So, you didn't manage to build canals in time. Each turn, there will be more and more barbarians coming in, stealing stuff from you and killing your villagers, your townsfolk. If, well, all of your townsfolk are gone, either you sent them to do their chores or the barbarians killed them, you also lose. How do I love these games where there are so many ways to lose, but just one way to win?
That's life.
Yeah?
I don't know. I just said that. I don't know why.
No, that's deep.
That's deep.
Like this canal.
So this game is divided in rounds, and each round you go through this sequence. You harvest, you get resources that you have earned. Then you go to the next round, which is take actions. And you can take all of your resources, like for example these workers, and send them to do different stuff.
The main bulk of the game is going to happen when you take actions. And mostly you take actions, like you said, with the workers. But the other part are the cards. You can use those cards in multiple ways. For example, the first thing you can use the cards for is to get the resource or workers that are with this brown background.
The next thing you can do with this card is discard it. Move it to the discard pile and out of your deck. And then you can get the resource on the brown background as well as the one on the red one. Yet you kind of burn that card, and burning cards are not good because they are also your lifeline.
And the third thing you can do with these cards is you can place them beneath your built huts to get more workers or resources at the beginning of the harvest phase. At the beginning of the round, in the harvest phase.
You can do these actions with the cards in your hand, the 4 cards you usually get in the harvest. As well, there is this market where you can buy and either immediately use this card for a smaller effect or add it to your decks.
What do I use my cards for? What do I use my workers for? Because you want to use them for everything.
After you have done all of those, the barbarians attack. And you want to make sure you're ready for those attacks, either with resources or by sending your workers to defeat them beforehand. And the last thing, you refresh, see if you lost, because maybe the barbarians are overpowering you. So you harvest, get resources, take actions, and then see if bad things happen, basically. This is solely solitary game.
One thing we didn't mention, this is a solo campaign game. And that is the most unique part, is the storybook, which comes in, and certain times, certain places, after certain actions, you will read certain paragraphs and certain things will happen to certain things. Does that, thoroughly explain what happens?
Kind of. Yeah, I think yeah.
And then there's also a story deck, which at certain times will tell you to take certain things out of that certain deck and place it in certain places.
That's the explanation without spoilers, but certainly you will get certain things from time to time. And these things will have a story added to them.
And we'll talk more about these certain things
in this video, so we should jump to the first question, which is...
For who would you certainly buy this game for?
3, 2, 1. Watchmakers.
Okay.
Because this game feels like a watch mechanism, like a clockwork. There are these gears. When you turn one, the other one turns as well. Whenever you progress in this game, you will have to sacrifice some cards in order to do so. As well as you will open up these spaces where more barbarians will show up. This struggle between how much do I want to progress versus how much risks I want to take. Small increments of progress in order to win this game. Perfect synchronous system which you want to solve.
How many watchmakers do you know?
None.
You would buy this game for somebody you don't even know. Don't worry, honey. I'll buy this for the watchmaker friend of mine. Hey, exactly.
I forgot the games here.
Mine is 100% all the solo players. I don't really play Euros solo. For me, the narrative is super important. And guess what? This does have it. And if you're a Eurogamer, you can stop watching now and just go back it on Kickstarter. Because it is right now on Kickstarter.
The link is in the description, and right on top of it is our link to our Patreon page.
Back that as well, you know, in one go. What are the best things about this game? Multi-use cards. I love games where you have this one card, and then you can use it for that, or you can use it for this. Is that a song? You can use it this, and you can use it for that.
No, it's not a song, and it's not gonna be a song.
It's just, oh, you have that as well. This is such an awesome card, but if I discard it permanently from my deck, I could get all these resources. But it's such a good card. Each card can be used for so many things, and it's just amazing how just a single deck of cards can give you so many options.
And all of those options feel important. Not just good, they feel important. I should beat this barbarian. Only way how to do it is discarding this card, but discarding this card means that the wave can kill me next time. And it's always this tough decision. And it happens with every single card.
Yes.
It's not just once in your turn, twice in your turn. No, at least 4 times in your turn you will scratch your head and hope that you made the right decision. Limits. And the fun thing here is that you set your own limits in this game. You need to find what is okay to do right now and what you shouldn't do because it's too risky. You can progress quite quickly in this game if you get the right resources in the right time. But should you? Well, that's on you, and that decision is very unique. Put the choices in your hands, not the game.
Usually in deck builders, what do you want to do? You want to draw a ton of cards. But guess what I learned pretty quickly? Not good in this game, because each time you need to reshuffle your deck, the wave moves. And that's not good. Or is it? That's up to you. I mean, you, or, well, the you on the box. Quick everything. We both don't like setting up solo games if it takes like more than 10 minutes. Setting up really quickly. Each game takes up to an hour.
Well, the last thing, and this is, you can already pull out your...
So, no spoilers. Certain cards will have those golden turtles on them. And when that happens, you're gonna look into the storybook. And then that might refer you to the story deck. And then that might tell you, take a certain card and do certain things with it. But not this game. Take a card, you put it in for the box for the next game. And they're like, I want to know what it is. And then you have to go in, play the next game to get another card. It's just such a hook. I'm not gonna call this game a story-heavy game. Not even close.
Well, the thing about the story that I really enjoy is that it really gives personality to this game. You usually will get a card, and, well, a bit of spoilers, but you might get a new worker. But it also gives you text what happened. And then whenever you see that person or that card or whatever event, you have like a backstory to it. It's more valuable, that card, to you. All these mechanisms are complemented by the story. It keeps your attention and keeps you in the loop all the time. And that's why the story kinda puts it all together.
Why this game might not be for you.
One thing is, did I take that? Because following through the resources when you get some and then put some away, then get some, then put away, it's just management, and a lot of times you will just get confused. Did I take that? If you find that annoying, I guess, that might not be for you.
I thought it's just me, because I've had the same thing. Yeah. I have a big thing here. I think it's gonna go on top of the board. Okay. It's not available yet. It's obviously a joke, but it's not for you because you can't really get your hands on it yet.
So check out their page and you can back them. Last one, the serious one, I guess, which is not a bad thing, is just what that game is, and it is like a puzzle. And how you will play this game. You will be sitting there and just okay, and you're just murmuring at yourself all the time, and it is a puzzle. It's not gonna be this fun thing where you can relax doing it. No, you're gonna sit there and you will try to manage your hand all the time, and if you will relax or kind of forget something, you probably will lose because it gets tougher and tougher after you win. This game is not easy to win. You have to be on the edge all the time.
It's not relaxing because you're always engaged.
For me, it's amazing thing. I love that puzzle factor of it. Just maybe not for you.
Not a big thing, but you're just not outright a solo fan. The idea of you sitting all alone there and figuring things out is not appealing. I don't think this is gonna change your mind much, but I definitely still suggest giving it a try, because I think this is a very good intro mid-weight solo game.
Yeah, it is.
If you've ever thought of, I'm not a really solo guy, but maybe I should try something. Try this.
Yeah, it has all the appeal of a solo game. When you try it, and if you don't like it, then you're probably not a solo player, to be honest. Plus, also, if usually you don't play solo, but you play maybe with your wife, like I do, it actually works really well playing with two people. You just make these decisions together. It works.
Let's move on to the honeymoon.
Honeymoon! 2, 1. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. For this game, it doesn't matter. It's a campaign game where you have to win 7 games or lose 7 games to finish the campaign. You probably will like win 2 games, lose 2 games, win 1 game, 11 games minimum, I think. And you still won't see the whole deck. And still you will get that excitement. The mechanisms won't, disappear anywhere.
The biggest draw for this one, it's resettable. So you can reset the campaign, give it to your friend, and after a while he can give it back to you, and then you can play it again. That one card you add for the next game, I really want to go back in and see what it does and how it changes things. Even if the campaign wholly is not longer than most, for me the lifespan of this game is going to be longer because I will want to finish it because I want to see that one damn card. Let's move on. What's the best alternative?
Surprise me.
No,
3,
you
2,
surprise me.
1.
Hadrian's Wall.
Hadrian's Wall.
Oh, I have different. It's Hadrian's Wall and Hadrian's Wall. Full disclosure, we got sent the review copy of this because we love this so much. So I feel like Shem Phillips is just making games for us now. Yeah. Okay, these guys like this. They like the campaign. Let's add that on top. Shem, thank you. We're waiting for the next one already. But it definitely feels like this game does. You get a bunch of workers, and then you can use them on tons of places.
But also, it's completely different.
It is.
The story really adds something awesome. That Hadrian's Wall campaign added something like awesome and different to it as well. In Hadrian's Wall, you have 2 sheets of paper and there's this freedom. You can play Hadrian's Wall very relaxed and you're gonna do kind of fine. Here it is, you progress in such small increments and all your actions really matter, so you have to be precise. The feeling is completely different, yet they both are really enjoyable. They have the same blood, yet they are 2 different brothers, I guess.
On that cue, let's move on to the final rating.
3, 2, 1. Must have.
Must have sequel to Hadrian's Wall.
Basically, my star asterisk mean the same thing. Because I love this game to bits. Yet, I feel like, for example, in Hadrian's Wall, I could walk down the street and say, you must try this, you must try this. With this one, I'm kind of a bit more cautious. I think if you are already a solo gamer, you for sure must try this. Hadrian's Wall, you might have been a solo gamer or not, but you have to try that game.
I think the only bad thing is that this is not a multiplayer game for you. Because if it would be like 1 to 5, you'd be like, you must try this, because you can together. But here, somebody comes, what is this? It's really cool, but it's solo.
Hadrian's Wall, we played even the campaign, which is completely a solo game, but in the same time, multiple people played like the same game. For this one, I need to buy another copy, I guess, but not the same thing.
Good sell. Right. That would be actually fun going together through the campaign and seeing how far each one gets, what things happen to each. The multiverse of you.
Everything is amazing. This is amazing, this is amazing, that is amazing, that is amazing, everything is amazing. You is amazing.
You is too. And you is too as well.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out their Patreon.
No, check out their Patreon and their Kickstarter. Maybe sometime we'll switch around.
You're right.
Because
it's totally worth it. These guys did really, really good job with this game. I love it.
Yeah. Both links are in our description. So.
Support us on Patreon.
Yeah. And then if you want
and that Kickstarter.